Yes, action?
Yes, action.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Pavla Baxova. I'm the director of organization called RYTMUS, from the client to citizen. And thank you for the possibility to be here and have chance to talk to you. I know that we have a little delay, so I'll try to emphasize my speech, to emphasize just several things which I think could be interesting for you. I don't want to repeat all the things which already was said, because we probably do the very similar things as you were describing, but just something which, some thoughts. Just to let you know that Czech Republic recently, it's a country where the word inclusion is almost dirty word. I don't know if this is the right term, but I think it is. Just I'm saying this just to show you that work in this field is not very easy, and it's even worse than it was before.
Would you be able to a little bit expand what do you mean by that? That it's
So,
dirty? What do you mean by that?
What I mean, 2 weeks ago, the survey was published, which was about how teachers from mainstream schools are perceiving inclusion. And believe me or not, 98% of the teachers were against having children with disability in their schools.
Have
So
some work to do on the teachers.
you know, this is sure. But
Society.
I'm telling this just to show you how the situation in our country is. I'm working, our organization is working in social services since 1994, so it's pretty long history. And we are working on supported employment, which I'm not going to talk about. We are supporting people in independent living. And also, what I would like to say here is several words about transitional program. But before, I want to tell you, because it just came to my mind, we were talking with the colleague with you. I'm sorry about, I don't know your name. So I was asking about about the dream work, dream job, and how do you behave with this. My son Tom, who is a young man with Down syndrome, you know what his favorite or what his dream job would be. He said several times that he's waiting for me when I got to retire. He would like to take my place in my organization. So he would like to be the director of RYTMUS, yes. And I think probably
you that someone is ready to take your position.
And
I would
probably
find mine to take there to find someone to take mine and nobody.
yeah. I think that his reason is that he wants to be just accepted by people, and he probably want to have influence on things, and so. Okay, it just came to my mind. So about transitional program, we believe that this is effective tool for to prevent the future unemployment of people not only with Down syndrome but with intellectual disabilities at all. So this is also our target group. We are not specialized for people with Down syndrome, but the whole group of people with intellectual disabilities. We started already in 1995, and since that time we were working with several hundreds of students with intellectual disabilities. What I would like to emphasize that it's cooperation among three main partners, which is student or family, service providers, which is our organization, and the schools. Concerning the financial, or how are we funded, transitional program and supported employment as well. We can provide them under the social service. So both these methods are considered to be one of the social service in Czech Republic. So we are
paid by the government.
we are paid by the government through the grants which we have to apply every year. But we are through these grants we can provide the service. And the social rehabilitation, this is one type of social services. We have like 26 types of social services in Czech Republic, and so we were several years ago we had to remove, or how to say, to quit our membership. Oh, sorry about this. We were part of European Association of Supported Employment, and we had to stop our. We have to stop it because we didn't have money to pay for. But I want to just to emphasize that we were several times we were talking about if supported employment and transitional program are more social service or more employment service. So in Czech Republic we are under social service.
I'm sorry, can I ask you a question about, you said it's funded annually, so you can have long-term projects that are funded on a yearly basis? Is that how it works?
We have to apply every year, and
But
we have 1 year, just 1 year grant for 1 year. So it's every December and January next year. I'm afraid how it was with all my stuff because I'm not sure
Yeah.
what will happen. It's probably the same. Is this what you were asking?
Well, because I was wondering if your project could be, for example, for 3 years, and then you have guarantee from the government that
No.
each year you just
No.
want to get certain
1
amount
year.
of money. 1 year
Still
only.
1 year. This is our main. This money are the main source for our work, but we can apply for European projects which could be longer. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
So
state.
you just never know if you can continue the next year.
That's true. Yeah. I can skip this. Yeah. What we think is very important and is, again, we were hearing this from a lot of your speeches before, that very important is to give the active role in planning process to the student, to the young people on transition program, and support his or her decision, which he can gain through support. Transitional program lasts several years in our service while the students is at school. So one student can receive this program, this service for 2 years. Other students, which, for example, for 4 years, it's up to the situation on individual students. I'm not going to repeat this because we were hearing it from other presentations about working skills, social skills. What we're trying to do is to find practice or internship in companies where 1 time or 2 times per week the student are going and trying the work. We can, or my organization can support the student through working assistance. We are providing working assistance if needed. And each student has his own, we call him consultant or advisor. So this is our staff.
Excuse me, what is the job clubs?
Job clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the one before.
one before maybe
Yeah,
job
yeah.
clubs. Yeah, these are methods how we trying to prepare a person or the student to work. So job clubs is group work not individual, we are not working with the student individually, but in a group of, let's say, 5 or 6 people, 6 students, mostly from one classroom. Of course, we are in cooperation with several special schools, so this is just group work, and they are speaking during the job clubs, for example, about the experience from internship, about the way how colleagues invited them to social event, for example, or things like this.
Are the participants in the group from the same field, from the same companies, or different companies? They just exchange the...
From the same school, not from the same company.
From the same school, but
Yes.
not necessarily the same company.
Yeah, probably not from the same companies. We have several companies. To find the place for internship is much easier than to find a paid job in regular companies. So we have a lot of possibilities where to find a place for practice. I'm trying to skip. Yeah, maybe one more thing I would like to. Yeah, this is important for us. We are using, I don't know if you are familiar with, but we are using person-centered planning, person-centered approach in planning. So, for example, circle of support, which is one of the basic tool which we are using with each student, or one-page profile, which we are using also to. I will show you one example in a while. So this is, I think the person-centered planning is for us one of the most important methods in working with students. So I'm almost done, but I would like to show you one page profile. It is in Czech, but I will just tell you very briefly about the parts of it. I hope I can. No, it's not this. I'm sorry.
I think we did.
Yeah, we
No,
didn't
that
put
was
it
on your
here.
stick. Yeah,
Yeah.
you said that maybe.
We
But
don't
you
have.
said we bring the stick.
Just
Just
a
in
minute.
time.
Just one paper. It's here. This one, for example. Yeah. We call it one-page profile, or how to say it in English? Work one-page profile for work. The purpose is for work, and you can see here in this part, in this blue one, these are things which this young man is capable. Yeah, these
So
are
it's
his
not really
gifts.
his CV. It's not his CV. It's
No,
more
it's
like
not his
a-
CV.
They're working from
It is things which can co-workers, for example, or job coaches, or assistants, or whoever who can use to know him better.
That's good.
So these in blue, these are things which he is good in, his gifts, and yeah. This one, this yellow. How can you support me? How can you support me
That's
in?
where he feels, and then that's
Yeah, this is from his point of view.
what he feels.
If you will do this, please tell me the things easily, simple. Tell me simple things. Please give me just one task, for example, or yeah, repeat it. Ask me if I understand, and so on. So these are things how we can help him, how we can support him in work, and the last one, this one, what is important for me in work? What is important for me? For example, this one, I don't want to be in a workplace alone. It means that he probably will not be happy doing soldier work. And I want to, the work could be simply, but, and also could be physically,
Náročnější.
physically náročnější, harder, yeah.
Demanding.
Yeah. I prefer the stable environment. This is, I would like if colleagues know me.
I would like to be on one address because this last one.
This last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to stay in one place because
I'm learning, how to come.
I have problems with transport,
Okay.
so I would like to be in one place. Okay.
Can I ask a question about the type of companies you find internships for or employment?
A lot of them were just, you were talking about.
Just like before?
Yeah,
so-
just like before. Decathlon, McDonald's, these companies,
Okay.
libraries. We recently we have a lot of internship in faculties, which is fine, which is very nice.
Where? I'm sorry.
In several various faculties, in universities,
Oh, universities. Okay.
Mhm.
As clerks, as male people, what did they do exactly at the faculty?
Auxiliary works, they are skartace pomožné. Skartujou,
Assistants for administrative tasks.
administrative tasks mostly. Also gardening, if the faculty has the gardening, but mostly administrative tasks.
Okay,
How do you put together the blue part?
How did we put together?
Is there any, any questionnaire that you go through to
Uh,
put together this profile, the blue one?
Yeah, it's sometimes people are saying that one-page profile is easy tool. It's not true because it's time consuming. You have to find a lot of information from the people who love this man. So we were asking his family members, his colleagues.
So do you have any, questionnaire that you go
Not
through?
not really.
Just
We just
document-
asking what do you admire? What do you admire on him, for example? What do you like on him? What do you think he is good on?
So it's not a questionnaire that you
We
go
don't use
through.
the questionnaire.
Okay.
But it's not so easy to set up this.
No, it's not so easy.
If I may mention, we are getting now a kind of training course for parents to be able to set up this kind of profile.
That's what I mean.
Mm.
And it has just started, and it will take several Saturdays until we will be able to do this. First trying with ourselves and then with our children. So it's quite complicated to do it properly.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.